Hey there, lovely teachers, and welcome to day 2 of your Piano Pedagogy Paintbox Challenge. I hope you enjoyed the first day and that you shared your thoughts in the community in our Facebook group. If you haven't done that already, please do go share with the community because that's how we get the most out of this. That's how we learn so much together and have just a wonderful week of sharing pedagogy together. Today's challenge is called Rhythm First. And this one is inspired by the fact that many students and many teachers struggle the most with rhythm. It's the thing that students neglect because they're so focused on reading the right notes or doing the dynamics even or some other aspect of reading, and they don't prioritize rhythm. But we all know that rhythm is the most important, right? It's the thing that really sells the piece. I can play a bunch of wrong notes, but if I play the right rhythm, it's going to sound pretty good. If I drop a few beats out of random different bars, it doesn't sound so good, right? So, rhythm comes first today. I often think of this sometimes with students as putting them in a bit of a rhythm quarantine, although that word has come to have a different significance for many people, so maybe don't use it in your studio. But in my head, that's kind of what I do. I put students who are really struggling with rhythm into a rhythm first program where we're going to do rhythm first with every single one of their pieces. So that might be a useful framework for you for those students who just have trouble in this area. But rhythm first is also a great strategy to mix in with all of your teaching, and that's something we explore as part of the Foundations of Piano Teaching course, which is coming out next week. So how do you put rhythm first? Well, there are many ways to work on the rhythm before you do other things. Some of this can be by rote, so it can actually be that you're teaching the rhythm patterns that are going to come up in this piece before you open the book. And some of them are rhythm reading approaches, which are going to be about opening up the book and showing it to your students. Again, the challenge today is to find something new. If all of this is new to you, then great, go for it in any direction. But if you're an experienced teacher, I want you to find a new way to teach rhythm today. So maybe you've never explored the idea of teaching a rhythm pattern before you open the book and show it to your student. Or maybe the opposite, maybe you always teach the rhythm patterns and you never just throw your student at a piece and see how they read the rhythms. Both are important skills for your students. Or maybe you do both of those things already, and maybe you often put rhythm first in a piece, meaning it's the first step that you take with a student as they clap it out, or they count it, or something like that. If that's the case for you, I want you to find a new way of vocalizing rhythm with your students. There are so many options out there, so there has to be one that you haven't really done thoroughly, at least, or maybe that you haven't done at all. So let's say you've always done counting, metric counting, 1 and 2 and... Okay, so maybe today is the day that you explore Kadai syllables, meaning ta, titi, and variations thereof. Or maybe you've done both of those, but you've never had your student write their own custom lyrics for a rhythm to help them remember the sound of it. Maybe you've done all of those, but you've never explored the Gordon way of looking at rhythm, which is quite different to the syllables used in Kadai methodology. So this is do, do-da-day, and those kinds of patterns. Or maybe those are all old hat to you and you could do takadimi. Or you could look up a rhythm pattern, a way of exploring rhythm that I'm not super familiar with, and explore that if you're a rhythm pro. So whatever is new to you, that's what you're going to explore today. And remember to try out these ideas with your teddy bear, with your roped in son or daughter or spouse or neighbor or cat. Whoever's on hand, make sure someone is there, even if it's an imaginary person, and that you really put these ideas into action. And then once you've done that, come tell us how it went. Come to the Facebook group. Let us know how you got on. I look forward to hearing about it.